Bear down. Let me get them bear downs in the chat. Let's get it. This guy right here. Let's start it off right here. I'm at everybody head. First off, if you in here making hard assumptions on Justin Fields on one game, old Groucho, get out. I ain't worried about you. Start Foles, kids a bust. Shut up. You sound stupid. Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the page. We do talk Chicago sports weekly. Top of the morning. No, I'm on one. I'm on one right now. And if you come in here talking stupid, you're going to get called out for it. That's stupid. I'm not here for stupid. I'm here to have conversations with Bears fans that understand football. That's a stupid comment. I get to say when stuff is stupid. Bird on. We're going to be Bears fans long after Matt Nagy and Ryan Pace are out of the building, and God forbid they be out of the building after today. And we'll be Bears fans for a long time coming forward. At 36 inches of bear head back here, bear hat, bear chain. Stop playing with me. Bird on. What did we just see? What the hell did we just see? Did we really just watch Matt Nagy go out there and complete 64 yards of offense? Hold on, let me make sure. Let me get you the stats here. Let me be professional about it so that we can talk about the stats. We want to talk about these Bears stats. You know what I'm saying? Let's be real professional about it. All right. Excuse me. 1 of 11 on third down. 6 first downs the entire day. While on the other side, the Browns had 26. 46 rushing yards. Hey, kid. You're not prepared for this. You're not prepared for this. Okay. I want you to know you're not prepared for this.
Pinky extended. Let's go.
1 passing yard. Good night, everybody. Y'all stay blessed. Good night, everybody. Y'all stay blessed.
Dog, I thought you would legitimately shut the live down.
Good night, everybody. Y'all stay blessed. 1 passing yard. Are you kidding me?
What do you mean 1 pass?
He got sacked so many times that it was 1 positive yard versus the amount of times he was sacked. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Your offensive guru, the man who was brought in to develop talent. Kid, what'd you say? Who's he developed?
Name 1.
Name me the player.
Name 1.
Name me the player. Shout out to Chala. Getting in here with the super chat early. They need to bring in Riddick at GM and Eric Bieniemy. Listen, I don't want Eric Bieniemy. I don't want nobody else from the Andy Reid coaching tree. Get rid of all of them. Get rid of everybody in the Chicago Bears organization, starting with the people at the top. Are you kidding me? Why is Duke Shelley on my screen week after week? We're talking about Jason Peters. Yeah, he had a couple of nice games. He did. He's 39. He's a Hall of Famer. Respect to the brother. He's going to be a Hall of Famer. He's a great player. He's too old to do this. That's who you brought in. You know why? Because the guy that you went out and drafted has no back. It's spinal, as Mike Tyson would say. Are we serious right now? Let's break it down for real. Let me break it down for real. Not just me raging. Let me break it down for real. What I saw today. I saw an offense that had no game plan for the quarterback that it had. I saw an offensive line that was not prepared to face any actual defense better than what the Bengals could muster. I saw a run game that became non-existent based on the fact that the offensive line wasn't able to open anything up. But is that an excuse? Maybe, maybe not.
Nagy's speaking right now.
Doesn't matter. Who cares? What's he going to say?
I want to hear.
What's he going to say? What's he going to say? Nagy's, is he actually speaking now? Because what I saw, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We're here, y'all. We're 4 years in. Guess what? When we were 4 years into Trubisky, guess what I said? He can't play quarterback. We're 4 years into Nagy. He cannot coach.
Took you whole 4 years, huh?
Hey, look, this is the thing, though.
Took you whole 4 years.
This is the thing, though. I'm the kind of person that I'll be like, all right, let's see if he can do it. I'm here for you to learn on the job. Like you said, Ryan Pace might have got better. I don't see it. Based on what we saw today, I don't see Ryan Pace getting better. But you see Ryan Pace getting better. You gave him that time. He's improving. I don't see it. I've been here 4 years. Matt Nagy is trash. At every aspect of the football game, he's not good. Does he have moments where he calls the plays well? Yeah, he does. Guess what? Blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while. You know what I'm saying?
Broken clock is twice today. I'm just letting you rage right now. I'm having fun.
Are we really this bad? Are we really this bad? And listen, I still think we got the franchise quarterback right. I still think, and I'm not coming in here, I'm making no hard assumptions one way. I thought we had the franchise quarterback right at the draft.
Bears forever. Appreciate you.
Shout out to you, Bears forever.
Bear forever. Sorry about that.
So angry and frustrated, feel like crying right now. Why do we have to suffer through this trash every year? How is this? Listen, why Matt Nagy? Why Ryan Pace? Why the McCaskies? When you look at what you saw last year from the Chicago Bears, what said they deserve their job? What about last season said that these clowns deserve their jobs? Nothing. Nothing about last year said they deserve their job. And guess what? When we thought we were going to get something different coming into this season, they're the same dudes.
Let me ask you this, though. Just a real question. You and the child. What does firing Nagy actually do right now? Firing him right now, what does it do?
What does firing Nagy do right now? Probably nothing. It probably doesn't move you any forward in the season. It just gets him out of there as a play caller. So, it does nothing for you.
Because the next coach is going to come in with their own schemes and stuff like that, and you're going to have both. Your whole QB room is not going to know what that scheme is. Am I right? Am I wrong?
Depends on more than likely you're going to have an interim. You're gonna have Bill Lazor.
It's gonna be Bill.
It'll be Bill Lazor probably calling offensive plays. It might be Sean Desai that takes over as head coach. One of them. You know what I'm saying?
Why is it always the defensive coach that takes over as head coach? I've seen that.
It's usually the side of the ball that's more efficient,
which
would be the defensive side. I mean, listen, the defensive side, the DBs are terrible. The Ryan Pace put bad DBs out there. Sean decides, from what I can see on the defense, he's got the line playing better. He's got people getting to Baker Mayfield. They got to Baker Mayfield. The problem is the line wasn't able to do it enough. The line on both sides is an issue. That's Ryan Pace's problem. Sean decides working with what he's got.
So would you say
I would say if the offense has any production today, the defense doesn't give up 26 points.
Yeah, less time on the field. Well, hopefully,
potentially. And it does nothing. You lose if you fire Nagy right now, if you fire Ryan Pace right now, it does nothing for you. But you know what it does? It sends a message through the organization that this is not acceptable. Guess what? Right now, this is acceptable. You know why? Because we saw this last season. They lost 6 games in a row, y'all.
And we thought it was all right.
And you know what they said? Matt and Ryan are our football guys. Shut up, dog. You're not George Hallis, George. I don't care if you was named after him. You're not George Hallis. You're a joke of a name. You're a joke of an owner. You're a joke of an organization. Are we serious right now? You saw what you saw from this team last season, and you said that's okay. Are we serious right now? They're our football guys. Stop capping with me. Stop capping with me. They don't know football. I could have told you, don't draft a offensive lineman with back issues. I don't even do this for a living. Good Lord.
Turned a whole different shade.
Dog, because it's just dumb, bro. It's just dumb. It's dumb. We saw it. We saw this last season. How many times did I rage last year? At least 6 games. We saw this. Matt doesn't develop players. The players that Ryan Pace pays have had a good season. Eddie Jackson has had a good season. How's Eddie's tackling looking? How'd Eddie tackle today?
He looked
He looked pretty good. Did he?
No.
When Kareem Hunt said, "What was that?"
Weave.
You know what I'm saying? Move, I lift. How's that he tackling? He's one of the highest paid safeties in the NFL. How's Tariq Cohen looking for us?
Highest paid in the NFL. Tariq Cohen's not even on the field.
Tariq Cohen can't even get on the field. And I understand he's going through some injury issues. Listen, I hate to see it, but he's paid.
What are you all drinking in the trap?
He's paid to be a Pro Bowl alternate. Are we kidding right now? Are y'all kidding with me right now? Dog, this is my problem.
Oh, whoa, wait. We ain't got to your problem yet. Okay. All right.
This is my problem with it. No. You ain't even got to the problem yet. This is my problem.
You cooking right now. Okay. This is how.
There's nothing. Right now, I think you got it. I think you got him. I think you have your franchise quarterback. I think you have the guy that can finally get us out of the same rut that we've been in for 30 freaking years. You're going to screw it up again. Guess what? I thought you had it 10 years ago. When Jay Cutler was sitting back there and his left side was getting protected by Jamarcus freaking Webb. Are you kidding me right now?
Kind of lost as to what that means.
The problem here is nothing is changing with what the Bears are doing right now. Nothing has changed with what we've seen from this franchise. We're in the same spot we've been in for how many years? The offensive line is still a joke. The defensive line is better. We got no DBs. The only DBs we had was Peanut Tillman. Now we only got Jalen Johnson. Hey, guess what, Ryan Pace? How about you pay the dude that's been out there knocking away 50% of the passes? I'm not saying that he should have been as high a paid as Ryan Pace paid him. You know what I'm saying? If you stick him out there, he knows how to do the job. I'm not saying he should be one of the highest paid cornerbacks in the league, but if you stick him out there, guess what? He knows, hey, this dude on the other side shouldn't catch the ball. Duke Shelley don't seem to know that. Kendall Vildor can't figure it out.
Let me ask you this. So we saw what happened. Saw what happened.
Hey, right? Kid, welcome to the chat, by the way. Good to see you, brother.
Saw what happened, right? It was his show. Right? Didn't go well.
Oh, my God.
Do we put Dalton back in?
No. Let him learn. Let him learn. Because the only thing that putting Dalton back in says is that you messed up. That's saying that those 10 sacks are on you. Because guess what? You're not going to bench Peters. You're not going to bench Whitehair. You're not going to bench Daniels. You're not going to – because those are the guys that have been in there. That tells Justin, hey, this game is on you. No, I don't bench. I don't bench. Justin didn't have a shot. Justin didn't have a chance. You're calling crap plays with a crap offensive line. Guess what's going to happen? Crap.
Yep.
And if we expected different, Jesus Christ, I'm about to. This is the thing for me. This is the thing for me, and I love it. I love it because it's just like this is my team. But it's like the people that you bring in, you miss on. All the way up to the top. We could have had the coach GM. You know what he's doing right now? Probably upset that he put Carson Wentz in there. But hey, guess what? They're still competitive. They got one of the best offensive lines in the game. I can't even think of his name right now.
It's my fan,
No. GM.
Oh.
Coach GM, chat, help me out. You could have had, hey, guess what? Guess what was also in the building? Wanted to coach the Bears. Said, this is the job that I want. Guess what else was in the building? He's down in Tampa right now winning Super Bowls with the GOAT.
Oh, who's playing right now?
Yeah. He's down in Tampa right now winning Super Bowls with the GOAT. You kidding me?
Looking good.
You kidding me? This team has been a joke for 30 years. And the 2 times that you have franchise quarterbacks, and maybe that's a hard assumption on Justin right now, but the 2 times that you've had quarterbacks that could have been franchise quarterbacks, guess what you did? You didn't protect them. Even when you've had bad quarterbacks, you didn't protect them.
He is tied with Jay Cutler for most sacks in the game in Bears history. That's a start. That's his first game.
It's his first game. Hey, look, it can only go up from here.
First game. How does that for you? How does that make you feel? I do you one better. Here's where I ultimately am on this whole thing. We have too many good players on our team who would possibly quit on this team if something doesn't happen soon. Matt got his money. Matt got his money. A-Rob got his money.
Yeah.
In fact, A-Rob can sit there and stand in the corner all day. He's going to get his money. You wonder why? Because they ain't got enough time for him to get the ball. Montgomery's going to get his money.
Yeah.
Like, we have players on this team that will leave this team and be in a better situation and absolutely get paid more because they're worth it. They're worth it.
Here's the thing to me, though. If you're willing to quit on the organization right now that's paying you money, if you're willing to quit on the sport you love, you're not supposed to be here.
I disagree with that.
No, you are.
I disagree with
that. You are.
I disagree with that.
You know what? You know why Larry Markkinen shouldn't be here? Because he quit. This is a bad Bulls season last season. Bulls offered Lowry $60 million.
Marketing quitting on Billy D, bad move. Quitting on Bowler? Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
You know why it's not?
Okay.
Zach LaVine didn't quit on him. You know what Zach LaVine said? Hey, look, I don't like you as a head coach. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to dominate. I don't think that you're good at your job. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to dominate.
Hey.
That you got to do that. You have to be that guy. You've got to be self-motivated with it.
Zach LaVine isn't lining up with a helmet on, taking a risk with his health every year.
No, you know what Zach LaVine had to do? Zach LaVine had to be the joke of the league because he's going into practice with a punch clock.
Guess what?
You got to sit on.
Zach LaVine is not getting smacked in the mouth to be the joke of the league. These guys are. These guys can absolutely put their bodies on the line, get injured, and that'd be the end of their careers where they can't make any more money or make a name for themselves.
Hey, look,
guess what? It's a totally different ball.
Zach is already
totally different ball.
No, here's the thing. Here's the thing. You have to look at it like Zach is one ACL tear away from that same situation. And by the way, he's already had it.
Oh, listen.
He's wasting good years here.
Yeah, so that's natural for the sport on both ends of the field. Zach don't have to worry about getting tackled. Zach don't have to worry about getting hit.
Don't have to worry
about any of those physical things, and they protect those players on both ends. Guess what? Doesn't happen in football.
That's just a different sport. That's just a different.
This
is a joke. This is a joke. Matt Nagy should be fired. 1 yard, bro. 1 yard. He should be fired. He should be fired. He shouldn't be allowed to speak. He shouldn't be allowed to go to the podium.
He's at the podium.
I don't care what rookie it is. I don't care if it's Mac Jones. 1 yard, bro.
No.
1 yard, bro.
Guess what? I want you all to sit here and suffer it. I want you to ride this season through with Matt Nagy as your head coach. You realize I said your head coach because I'm done. I want you to ride this through. You want to know why? You want to absolutely why? Because you all sat here for 3.5 years and said, hey, we don't have the QB.
Yeah.
And guess what my QB looked like today?
Oh, you talking about Mr. Trubisky?
No. Guess what my QB looked like today?
Oh, you talking about the Bears QB? Talking about the Bears. Well, look,
how many games
you're
with
separating.
1 yard?
You're separating yourself.
Oh,
you separate yourself, then you bring yourself back in.
Well,
we don't know where you are. We don't know where you are.
I'm gonna bring myself back in. my QB today looked a lot like Mitchell Trubisky. He did. Whose fault is that?
That's Matt. That's Matt. Listen, every QB every quarterback that's come in here under Matt Nagy has looked like Mitchell Trubisky.
So again,
it's Matt.
You get a rookie QB.
Yeah.
You win Coach of the Year. Has a breakout season. You go completely away from the scheme that works.
Yep.
You're trying to replicate something that may only happen
Hey, look,
once in a generation. Patrick Mahomes is a generational talent.
No.
He has a horrible team now. Did you see this man getting INTs because it's tipping off his receiver? Oh, just like it almost did right there.
Jesus.
Like, listen, Patrick Mahomes is dotting people on their helmet in Super Bowls parallel to the ground, and we're talking about how much of he's a $500 million up, and we're like, look at what happened with Patrick Mahomes. But God dang it, Justin Fields may not be Patrick Mahomes.
And this
he's
was
a pretty good quarterback.
This what got to stop right here. This is what got to stop right here. Lasers is just a better play caller.
He is. That's not just got to start.
Hey, look.
He is.
Hey, look.
That's absolutely the fact.
Hey, look. Hey, look.
I guarantee you, Laser don't call a running play on
P.Kidd,
2nd and 22.
P.Kidd, you're a better play caller. I'm a better play caller.
This guy. What's this?
I haven't seen. I don't know. I haven't seen.
It kind of creeped me out.
That's a contender side. It didn't look like he was looking at you.
You can hear me?
I haven't seen.
If he laughs,
bro, it'll be wild, wouldn't it? I'll be up out of here. I haven't seen a play caller this bad for the Chicago Bears.
Let's go through it. Lovie Smith. Name one play he developed.
It's all defensive side. It's all the defensive players.
All because he's a defensive coach.
He's a defensive head coach, yeah.
But you can say he developed somebody, right? You can say it.
Yeah, defense.
Absolutely say it. Who's coach after that?
Mike Martz.
Who he developed?
Or no, I'm sorry, Mike Martz. Mike Martz was the OC for Jay. No, Mike. Oh my God, I can't think of his name. Canada, stupid dude.
Stupid. So that means he didn't develop nobody.
He didn't develop nobody.
Okay.
He had Jay Cutler. He had Brandon Marshall.
Okay.
Mark Trestman. Thank you. Thank you,
you
chat. Shout out to the chat, man.
Okay. Tanner, my man.
Yeah, shout out Tanner, man. Tanner, stay lit on us. That wasn't the comment I was trying to highlight, but yeah. The problem here is that you brought in this offensive guru. You got one passing yard.
Hey, chat.
I don't care how bad you think Justin Fields is, you got one passing yard.
How many games have we gone without 2 actual touchdowns?
How many games have we gone without one?
Well, I say 2 because we've had a few. Hey, Mitch has absolutely put up some multiple TD games.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Nick Foles gave us some multiple TD games. Sound like some extra footsteps. What
Keep talking.
That was just me. All right. How often have we actually had a situation where we really didn't have any offense going, but this is supposedly our guru? Man, it's a sad day in Chicago, man. We really had high hopes. Really had high hopes for this. And again, I didn't expect Justin Fields to come out here and dominate. I didn't expect Justin Fields to come out here and be Mike Vick all of a sudden or any of those things. Yeah. I expect him to have the opportunity to just make real rookie mistakes.
Yep.
I expect him to come out here and look like if that's what it needed to happen for him to develop, look like Zach Wilson. Look like Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
I expected him to be able to have that opportunity. Guess what? Those dudes are just bad in some respects. Justin Fields ain't even have the chance. We counted during this break. Well, I counted.
Yeah.
He didn't count. There's several plays where Justin snaps the ball, goes into his action, and literally has less than a second before someone's in his face.
I don't disagree.
How could you? He was in his face.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah.
He snaps the ball, action. Oh, it's a guy right here.
Yeah.
Guess I got to get rid of this ball. Huh.
And I don't care. Here's the thing. This is a good point here. James Jones. Oh, my bad. By the way, let me go back to this before I go to that. What makes – hold on. Let it pop up. What does Nagy have on his resume to be an offensive guru? That was Ryan Pace's words. Ryan Pace is the one that sold him as that. Ryan Pace is the one that brought him in and said he's going to be able to fix this offense. Was he bamboozled? Maybe, but guess what? You shouldn't be able to get bamboozled. Yep. You shouldn't be able to be fooled by somebody coming in and saying, "No, we can make Mr. Trubisky work."
Caught on the sideline saying this offense isn't working. Tyrion Whitfield. That was a good comment right there. Hey, you know what the one thing is? Nick Foles has no problem throwing Nagy under the bus.
Absolutely not at this point.
Nick Foles is like, yo,
absolutely not at this point.
This ain't working.
Yeah.
This ain't good. Because you know what? Here's what people keep forgetting. Everybody in that QB room, they ain't retiring. They may actually have a few years left to do something and go somewhere.
And they got to deal with Matt Nagy.
And try to make some money for their families and stuff like that. Or at least
and they got to deal with Matt Nagy.
And they got to deal with this. Like, we keep forgetting the human aspect of this.
Yeah.
The human aspect of it. There's people on this team who may give up, not because they're not professionals or anything like that, but they clearly aren't being put in the best situation to succeed. You know what happens at any company where that happens? They quit. They leave.
Yeah.
That's why the average millennial, which most of us are now, right? Guess what? Most of us leave within 3 to 4 years in our jobs. A lot of times because of bad management. So I'm not trying to hear, oh, well, this is sports and they shouldn't do this. No. It works the same way. The difference is you ain't got a linebacker chasing you down.
Yeah. And there's nothing about this offense. There's nothing about this team that there's nothing about this game really. I would say the thing about this game is that this defense can play well against better teams. The secondary is an absolute joke.
I guarantee you that
I'll go out right here. I got you.
I guarantee you the Cleveland Browns walked
I got you right here.
And was like, Justin, keep your head up, dog.
I got you.
Just had a bad system.
I got you right here. Defensively, the defensive line I like.
Mm-hmm.
I like that Robert Quinn, when healthy, is making plays.
Mm-hmm. Jalen Johnson,
I love. Great pick.
Hey, guess what?
I love what I saw from Jalen Johnson going against one of the best wide receivers in the NFL.
If he gets burnt, then he just gets burnt. But you can't say he didn't try because he also always have a pick. He followed him all game. I like it.
Yep.
I like it. Hey, Ramsey's playing right now. He's probably going to get burnt.
Roquan Smith. Beautiful piece. Khalil Mack dealing with some injury. Khalil Mack did go out of the game, by the way, with a sprained foot. I believe Nagy is calling it.
But you could see them shut down that run game all on the field.
Here's the thing.
Before he went out, that run game was non-existent.
Yep. Outside of that, you have nothing. Akeem Hicks is a nice piece. On defense. Akeem Hicks on defense. Akeem Hicks is a nice piece at this point. He's a nice piece. Akeem, let me tell you this.
That's still more than most teams.
No, let me tell you this. Akeem Hicks on the Buccaneers is wreaking havoc.
Yeah, because everyone's going to show up and do their job.
Akeem Hicks is a nice piece.
You want to know why? Because they got somebody who's going to hold them accountable.
But the problem is,
from the top to the bottom, my QB is going to hold me accountable. Tom Brady's going to hey, do your job.
Hey, look, but here's the thing. One or two moves can get you fired in this league. 1 or 2 moves in fantasy. You sit the wrong dude in fantasy, what happens?
Oh, you lose.
You lose. You sit one quarterback that goes off for 35, 40 points, you lose. Guess what happens? Ryan Pace made the wrong move.
I give you that.
Ryan Pace has made too many of the wrong moves. They've been small moves. They've been moves to maybe change one piece here, one piece there. But what you're saying is, I trust this defense with the players that we have to go out there and be able to do it, and they can't. You overpaid Eddie Jackson. You didn't, and you overpaid Kyle Fuller as well. But what happens is now you got to pick one.
I go the opposite direction. The fact that Nagy's lasted this long with people who he actually on. Here's the thing: you got to think about it.
I don't think that's him. I think that's George saying, "This is y'all. This is your year."
No,
this is your year.
No.
Or you're saying with wrong moves.
Ryan is on the hook for Trubisky.
Yes,
but it was Matt Jobs to develop him.
Yes.
You have professional players on the record saying he doesn't want to coach the kid, so he's on the hook for that.
Yep,
he's on the hook for having top 5 running back right now. Can't really get an opening for him.
Okay,
kinda O-line, whatever whatever you want to call it. He's on the hook for not scheming for Justin.
Your top 5s blow through bad O-line, so that's why I say. That's why I say
top 10, right?
Still, but okay, I give it to you. I give it to you.
Statistically, he is
playing well,
right?
Maybe not after this week.
All I'm saying is this. Ryan Pace developed one half of the ball and trusted someone else to help develop the other half, and didn't happen.
Yep.
And in this point, if I hire you to do a job and you don't do a good job at it, guess what? I got to get rid of you, or I'm going to do what? I'm going to lose my job.
There's one.
For that reason alone,
that's
why they both should go.
1 yard.
That's why they should both go.
1 yard, bro. 1 yard today. I don't care if I lose my job at the end of it. If you come in and you put up an offensive gain that has 1 yard, you, as the owner, you're done. That's the end of it.
Check
I watched.
Stats. He is a top 10 runner.
I watched the Bears not cross the 50-yard line in one game. They had more passing yards than a yard. 1 yard, bro. He's a joke. No, a Waffle House menu is good. That's why it's the Denny's menu.
Hey, no. But it absolutely looks like the Waffle House menu, not the Denny's. Sorry about that.
It's a joke. His offense is nothing about him has done well. Steve, 1 passing yard.
One passing.
Justin ended up with one. The offense ended up with 1 passing yard. Justin, of course, had more passing yards, but when you get sacked so many times,
so because he has so much negative yardage, it balances out to 1 positive yard.
1 positive yard of passing offense.
Yeah.
That's a joke. Matt Nagy should not be allowed to continue producing a joke every single week.
So we're all in agreement.
At this point, yeah.
Like Chef said. I said Chief Chef. Yeah. Mac has to go. And you know what? I'm going to change my tune. Ryan has to go if he doesn't let him go. If Ryan doesn't step up and absolutely take charge of this team like a GM should, he has to go with him.
To me, Ryan has to go because on the side of the ball where I think I'm seeing a good coach develop, it still looks bad. The front seven look good. They do. Behind them looks bad, and you've paid them a lot of money.
I can live with that mistake because I kind of understand why he made it. I do. It's not perfect. I'm not excusing him. It is a mistake.
Yeah.
But I can absolutely see him like trying to correct that mistake. Right? So I want you all to understand. I'm not sitting here just riding for pace as if the man owes me money or something like that, or like I'm in his payroll. No.
I was gonna say, wouldn't it be you owe him money?
Ooh, listen,
look, you might, because Pace just giving money out left and right here.
Whatever. Pace needs to go and give us some money to be his PR team. How about that? Then we'll talk about it.
No.
But at this point, no, but seriously, like we had 2 people who had never done that job before.
Yeah.
And so there was going to be a time where they both needed to learn. I had to accept the fact that you were right.
Yeah.
You do allow some coaches to learn on the job. However,
we allowed Lovie Smith to learn on the job.
Well, Lovie had a much better product to deal with.
Lovie rebuilt that defense.
Absolutely.
Rebuilt that defense.
Absolutely. And for me, Pace rebuilt that defense. He did. The offensive side did not work hand in hand. And when we did have somewhat of a competent offense, we were a playoff team.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, listen, I can see him make some moves to get that better. It was Biscuits ain't work out. But to go against the grain, like we were all in this chat talking about they won't hire a black QB. They won't draft a black QB. That's stupid to say it.
Yeah.
But guess what? That was a narrative. He did you one better. Not only are we gonna get one, hey, rookie, moving up to get him. Shut up. I like it. Make a move. Live with it. I like it. I absolutely like it.
Yep.
And I do feel that Justin is better than what we've seen. The problem is Ryan doesn't develop players. Ryan is not responsible for that.
But he does put the people in place that are.
That's what it is. He's responsible for getting the people to do so.
Yeah.
And since that hasn't happened and he hasn't had the balls to move away from that, that's why I'm saying he should go. But the draft picks and stuff like that, guess what? Overall, gets a B. He does. I don't just say it. A bunch of people smarter than us in this room and on this chat that do this for a real living, been doing it for a long time, say the same stuff.
Yep.
So guess what? I got to go with it. But you know what they all say in agreement? Matt Nagy isn't it.
Matt Nagy ain't it. And he's not. And I think
so that's not just us. And that's not this chat. That's not the contender. There's a bunch of people who get paid big money to do exactly what we're trying to do here all saying the same thing.
And
Matt Nagy's not it.
here's the thing. I know, and most of this post-game show, we didn't specifically break down what the Bears did versus the Browns today and what caused the issues and blah blah blah. And we'll do that.
You know what you don't need?
But
you don't need to see it. You know what they didn't do? They didn't win.
No, there's still a breakdown that goes into place. But the problem to me with it is, while we could have sat here and told you exactly where the Bears went wrong versus the Browns, where Matt Nagy went wrong versus the Browns, where things went. It's the same stuff we've seen. That's the problem. We're talking about the same things that we have always seen the Chicago Bears do under Matt Nagy. They haven't been good offensively. They haven't had good scheme going in and out. I have a
question, though. Serious question.
Go ahead.
Is just the Browns defense that good?
The Browns defense is good. That plays a part into it. They're not.
Are they that good? Because this is not the same O-line that was protecting Andy Dalton.
It is. Andy Dalton, they're just playing worse.
Out that fast? Andy Dalton was doing it like that?
Well, and here's the thing. You have to put a little bit on Fields as well, because
he was holding that ball
he was holding the ball a little bit too long.
He was not running. Hey, listen. Whoa. All right, here's my take. I don't care if I'm down this hill alone. I saw some plays where Justin looked like he was about to run and didn't.
And over 200 in the chat. Shout out to y'all. Like the video.
I saw plays where Justin was like, okay, Matt said, I got to, okay. That's what I saw.
Yeah.
You know what that's very reminiscent of? Biscuits.
But here's the difference.
Now, mind you, Biscuits may have been in a better situation. I saw Biscuits make some really horrible plays with a good O-line.
Yeah.
But guess what? I saw Justin Fields make the same thing. Rookie, I get it. First game, I get it. You don't have to kill me on that. But guess what? I saw the same thing. I saw the exact same thing.
Yeah.
So at this point, it ain't the players as much as it is the person who's responsible for developing.
I think the thing is
in the O-line that they put in front of them.
I think
absolutely a pace thing.
I think the thing is when you look at what the Bears, we shouldn't be surprised by this. We shouldn't at this point. This is what you're going to get from this head coach and this GM. This is what you're going to get. The team that's going to be put on the field is going to be this. The team that's going to be put on the field is going to be a subpar team. They're going to be a subpar offensive line. They're going to be subpar DBs. They just are. You had a couple of years where you had an above average defense, where you had one of the greatest defenses in NFL history. Let me not cap. Well, you had one of the greatest defenses in NFL history. And an offense choked that away. What do we see today? And this is why I'm not going into deep analysis on what the Bears did versus the Browns. What do we see today? We saw a defense that was playing well in the first half. We saw an offense that put out 3 points.
We saw a defense that absolutely got to the QB and made him look. I mean, at one point, they was putting up the stats.
Baker was looking average.
He was looking real average.
Baker was looking average.
And then all of a sudden, guess what? He definitely looked like he just went into a phone booth somewhere and started stringing some stuff together, because that's what good QBs do.
Yeah.
That's be real. And he also has a phenomenal, receiving core. But when I look at the Browns from all those positions offensively, they're not leaps and bounds better than the Bears. They're not leaps and bounds better than the Bears.
They're also missing a lot of pieces on offense.
And they're missing a lot of pieces.
They were missing pieces on offense. And they lost an offensive line at one point. And here's the thing. When we judge Fields on his first start, listen, I'm going to be real with you. This is going to be another.
For context, our offensive line makes $12 million a year.
DJ Reader makes 13. Okay. I don't know what we were talking about there. But
no, that's actually a good point though.
But I think this is
a good point.
This is the thing that, like, when we look at Justin it's going to be one of those players where this is the first game and we're going to look back on it and he's going to become one of those players that we say, hey, listen, his first start he had 1 yard passing. Mm-hmm. He's going to be one of those Tom Brady type, Peyton Manning type stories in the NFL. I honestly believe that. That doesn't mean he has to be coached by Matt Nagy the entire time that's happening. Yes, I think Matt Nagy did a great job getting us the guy. I think that Ryan Pace did a great job having the cojones to trade up and go get the guy. That don't save your job. At this point, you're embarrassed. At this point, you're embarrassing the logo. And if we've gotten to a time where it's okay to do that, As a head coach, as a player, because guess what? If a player goes out and embarrasses the logo, what you do? You bench him. You sit him.
I will let the McCaskies know, hey, listen, there's 2 other teams within driving distance I would absolutely root for. Get it together.
Hey, they don't care.
They don't,
and that's the problem. That's the problem.
And the fans don't.
They
care.
don't care. They
really
don't know.
The fans are going to still go to those same games supporting Ron and Cry.
That's it right there. That's it right there. That one right there. Nagy and Pace are glorified scouts. I think they did a great job. I think they did a great job finding Justin Fields. I think they did a great job.
Why are we saying they found him?
Well, I'm saying,
crap.
listen, going up to get him.
Justin Fields was already touted as one of the best QBs in the draft. You didn't uncover no diamond in the rough.
Okay,
you didn't do shit.
okay.
Well, you ain't do nothing.
Here's the thing. I think they've done a great job later in later rounds finding those guys.
You know, it's like later rounds.
I think they've done fifth, sixth rounds. They've done a good job finding those guys.
I say, hey, I want to find a luxury car. There's a BMW at the end of the road. Is it not known for being a luxury brand? Is it not a luxury car?
It is.
So guess what? Just because it wasn't right here, it's at the end of the line, doesn't mean that it's not a luxury car.
I still say that's facts. Well, I still say this. I'm fine with them being able to find those guys and go get them.
He didn't find nobody.
Going to get them.
Going to get them. But that's not Mac's job.
Look, that's not Matt's job, but if he's there, he's there. You got to go get him. You know what I'm saying? And Matt does play a part in scouting for the offense. They're glorified scouts. They're scouts that have good positioning right now. They're a head coach and a GM right now, and they're going to be in somebody's organization in the next couple of years as scouts again.
Like, be real. There was no way in the world that Chicago, based off, I mean, hindsight is 20/20, but there's no way in the world, just based off how things shaped up, that they weren't going to get a good QB.
No, there was.
No,
there was. We were where we were at.
We were worried about
where
it.
We were at. We were in a position to go get a
2 QBs.
Who's my man backing up Tom right now? Kyle Trask. You would have seen Kyle Trask out here week 3.
And Kyle Trask is going to absolutely dog this league in the next couple.
Hey, look. You know why?
He's behind the goat.
You know why? Because he's sitting behind. He's sitting behind.
Hey,
Tom Brady.
Kyle Trask might actually get a ring before everybody too. Like, here's the thing though. Matt Jones failed too, and Matt Jones has been diming them up. And the Patriots are shelling themselves too.
Yeah.
Guess what? We would have found a QB. They ain't find crap. They didn't. They made a move, and Pace made a move. Let's call it Pace made a move. You didn't find crap. It ain't like Matt was like, yeah, Pace. See this kid right here? Everybody hates him, but he's an absolute stud.
Yeah.
Trust me and believe it. All the reports about him, don't believe it. That didn't happen in this case. In fact,
it kind of did though. No, it kind of did though.
Fields was on national news. No. People talking about why is he not top 10?
It kind of did because you stay in front of the mic. People want to hear you.
Justin Fields was on the national TV with people having debates as to why he's sliding.
Yeah.
No, the opposite was happening. You know what happened?
But
Matt was probably like, "Hey, Ryan."
But this is the thing.
This kid is sliding.
But this is the thing. Before the draft, a lot of people were putting on him, well, he has epilepsy. Well, these things could come up in the NFL. Things that weren't coming up at any point in his football career. You know what I'm saying? But there was a reason that he was sliding. You don't want to be the guy with you don't want to be the franchise that the guy with epilepsy has a seizure on the field. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to have the color rush jerseys out there one day and he goes down. That's the reason. The reason that he was sliding.
Coach T has a bar.
What we got from Coach T here? Says Nagy is a copy and paste coach. He copied off Andy Reid's paper, but doesn't understand the concepts. That's wrong. He's not a copy and paste coach. Copy and paste means something's gonna happen. That copy and paste means you got something on your paper, I got something on my paper, and we got the same thing. You don't have the same thing.
Oh, no.
You don't have the same thing. You're not even running the same thing at this point. You know why? Because Andy Reid would look at what the Browns did and be like, well, maybe we need to throw the ball a little quicker.
Well, that's Coach T's point.
No, he's saying he doesn't understand the concepts. He doesn't even have the concepts. He doesn't have what Andy Reid had.
Which means that he's just not.
That's not copy and paste.
That's his point.
That's not copy and paste.
I think in Pat's own way, he's agreeing with you, Coach T. Never mind.
No. I'm saying he's worse than copy and paste.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
He's worse than copy and paste. Copy and paste with me. I got Andy Reid's offense here. At a minimum, I've seen Andy Reid run these plays and they work. I haven't seen Andy Reid run these plays. I haven't seen Andy Reid have.
Reid is having a whole different problem.
I haven't seen Andy Reid have 1 yard of passing offense.
Andy Reid is having a whole different problem.
I've never seen that, y'all.
He's having people who can't catch.
I've never seen that. Good grief, man. Why do we do this? Because I love it. I love being here with y'all.
Who is this clown saying he sees the same thing with Mitch and Fields? Apples and oranges. Interesting. Wonder who he's talking about. Hey, Nicholas, who are you talking about? I want you to.
Who is this clown saying he sees the same thing with Mitch and Fields, apples and oranges? He has no time with his O-line being garbage. I mean, that sounds like Mitch as well. I don't think Mitch was good, but that also sounds like Mitch.
Hey,
no
Nick.
Time with the O-line as well.
Hey, Nick, just clarify that real quick. I wonder
who exactly we talking about here? This is it. This is it right here. This is it right here. Matt Nagy is like Nick Cannon and Drumline when they found out he couldn't read sheet music. That's the one. That's the one right there. That shout out to Stefan Nadon. That's the one right there. Hey, man, we finna get up out of here, man. Bears take another L, a horrible L. DJ Spun? I don't know what that's supposed to say. Why didn't he run rollout plays? Because he didn't have time to roll out anyway. Time. There was no time for anything. Want to let y'all know about hold on, where my phone go? Oh, it fell. All right. Just want to let y'all know we are going to be live calling Bears Monday night game versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. We are.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's going to be ugly. And that is going to be on location. That's going to be at VIP Bar and Grill at 1822. Good grief. Crawford Avenue, Country Club Hills. We'll have a link to that. Don't worry about that.
Nice.
We got a little spot there. So we appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us, man. Make sure that y'all do get in tune with that. We're going to promote that a whole bunch, man. A lot of people that show love. 214 people in here, man. Big love in the chat. We appreciate y'all. For my boy P.Kidd, it's your boy Pat the Designer. As always, Bears take a horrible loss. Hey, Matt, pack your bags, bud. If it was up to me, you'd be out of here yesterday.
Get your box.
Peace.